welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. My name is Jennifer. Today we're gonna do my June TBR, pile possibilities, all the options that I want to have for the month of June to read. So let's first start off with the audiobook that I'm currently listening to. It is the Keeper of the Lost Cities book 9.5. It's the last one before the next one comes out in November. So I'm doing really good on that goal. I'm getting caught up so I can finish out the series in the end of the year. So it's very exciting. It is called Unraveled is 9.5. And so I'm currently listening to that one. It is from Keith's perspective, which is very interesting. And so listening to that one, it has a male perspective, male narrator, which is very different versus the rest of the series is Sophie's perspective, a woman's voice doing all the characters. And so I'm enjoying getting Keith's backstory and what he did while he was away. And so yeah, I'm excited to get that series wrapped up before the new one comes out. That is a great goal to achieve, which is very exciting. And so then moving on to the next book in my 5-star predictions, I want to read the Plum Tree by Ella Marie Weisman. It is her original release, and so I'm hoping to get yet another 5 stars with this book. And so I'll have that on Kindle from Kindle Unlimited. So I'm excited to get to that one as well. So then moving on to a book that I pre-ordered. It's called Ride the Spiral by Ben Young. He's from Young's and the Restless channel. If you have not checked out that channel, I'd highly recommend them. They always do a weekly wrap up and what they read for the week. And it's so amazing how much they get read and what they get done. And it blows my mind how much they read and their different tastes and just different opportunities. And so if you haven't checked them out, I'd highly recommend them. And so yeah, he has a pre-order, a new release book that he wrote that he is indie publishing. And so I want to check out Ride the Spiral. I think that will be a great read for the month of May. So I'm excited to get to that one on my Kindle as well. And then moving on to the book club book for the month of June with Krista Books and Jams. I'm part of her Patreon, and this month is a fantasy pick. And so we're going to do Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher. This is the first book that I'll be reading by this author, and so I'm excited to give this one a try. A lot of her members aren't really fantasy readers, and so everybody is going to go on a limb with this one. So I'm excited to do something more up my alley for this month. And so it says, Mara never wanted to be a hero. As a shy, covenant-raised third-born daughter, she escaped the traditional fate of princesses to be married away for the sake of an uncaring throne. But her sister wasn't so fortunate, and after years of silence, Mara is done watching her suffer at the hands of a powerful and abusive prince. Seeking help for her rescue mission, Mara is offered the tools she needs, but only if she can complete 3 simply impossible tasks. Build a dog of bones, sew a cloak of nettles, and capture moonlight in a jar. But as is the way in the tale of princes and witches, doing the impossible is only the beginning. Hero or not, and now joined by a disgraced ex-knight, a reluctant fairy godmother, an enigmatic grave witch, and her foul familiar, Mara must finally have the courage to save her sister and topple a throne. Look at these kind of pages. So yeah, it's gonna be a good read. It should be pretty quick. It's pretty short. And so hopefully that is a fun read and gets people out of their comfort zone in reading this month with Chris's community. So I'm excited to give that one a try. I checked that one out from the library, and I also requested a audio version. So we'll see which one I like and enjoy. Currently the audiobook is a 2-week wait, so we'll see if I get that in time or not. Hopefully I will. And so the other book that I have from the library that I checked out is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia Faeries. It is by Heather Follett. And so I've heard great things about this one. I just wasn't sure if it was for me or not, but it sounds like a cozy read. And so I'm excited to give this one a shot. It says, a Cambridge professor, Emily Wilde, is a genius scholar who is writing the world's first encyclopedia on fairy lore. And Emily lives for her work. She empathetically prefers the company of her books, her dog, Shadow, and the fair folk to her other people. So when she arrives in a hard scrabble village In the far north, Emily wishes only to focus on her studies. She certainly doesn't have time for another new arrival, her dashing and insufferable, handsome academic rival, Wendell Bumblebee, who manages to charm the townsfolk, muddle Emily's research, and utterly confound and frustrate her. So I'm excited to give this one a try. It is the start of a series, I think a trilogy. And so I'm excited to give this one a try and see if I like the author's writing style, if I like this type of cozy read. So yeah, I'm excited. Another fantasy for the list, but that's okay. We'll see if that kind of books I like this time of year. And then moving on to the next Emily Henry beach read. This is one of the 12 books in 2026 that I want to read. And so I'm excited to get this one, and I've enjoyed Emily Henry so far, including Book Lovers and The People We Meet on Vacation. So I'm excited to see if I like this one as well. So it's also part of the book cover challenge that I'm going to be doing. And so hopefully, if you have not watched that June and July and August TBR summer reading, the TBR and Pile Possibilities, go ahead and check out that video. And I talk more about how this is on there as one of the options. So I'm excited to give this one a try. It says, Augustus Everett is an acclaimed author of literary fiction. January Andrews writes best-selling romance. When she pens a happily ever after, he kills off his entire cast. They're polar opposites. In fact, the only thing they have in common is that for the next 3 months, they're living in neighboring beach houses, broke and bogged down with writer's block. Then one hazy evening, one thing leads to another, and they strike a deal designed to force them out of their creative ruts. Augustus will spend the summer writing something happy, and January will pen the next great American novel. So, sounds cute, sounds quirky, sounds like a rom-com. So, we'll see if I get invested in the characters of this one as well. And so, moving on to the back list, round 4. And this one was the one that was randomly chosen. So, it's a James Patterson Deadly Cross. It's an Alex Cross novel. And it is a police detective murder mystery, double homicide murder mystery. And we'll see if I like this kind of police drama or not. It is a chunky read, so we'll see if I get to this one this month or not. But yeah, so this is also part of the summer reading challenge. So another option from that list as well. And then the next one I'm kind of excited about that I recently hauled is the ending, The Ending Writes Itself by Evelyn Clark. And so this one is also very intriguing it's a locked door mystery about 6 authors, one private island, and 72 hours to write the ending that will change their lives. There has to be murder involved because of the blood dripping down the book. But this looks like a very interesting literary novel, so we'll see if I like this one as well. So yeah, we'll see. We'll give this one a try. It's definitely a great option. And so yeah, moving on to the last 2 options I have for the month. I have Libby Page's This Book Reminds Me of You, and I'm excited to get to this one. 12 books, 12 months, one chance to heal her heart. After her husband Joe dies 6 months ago, she gets a birthday gift from her husband from a local bookshop where she'll get 1 book a month. And so sounds really intriguing, sounds emotional. Hopefully I get invested in the characters and the books and talking about books in this book. So I'm just kind of excited. It's such a gorgeous cover. So yeah, I'm excited to give this one a shot. It is also a longer one as well, but I'm excited to hit in this one. I'm excited about all of them, so I don't know how I'm going to choose. I might have to do something random. I might just have to go with my feelings. I'm a very big mood reader, so we'll see what I'm in the mood for. So we'll see what happens for sure. But last but not least, I have The Other Side of Now by Paige Harbison. And so this one is about 2 alternate realities, 2 different timelines about Meg, and if she was still a very famous actress in Hollywood, and then what happens if she went to Ireland and she never became famous and she never lost her best friend, and the 2 different timelines, which life does she prefer and why. and just thinking through excuse me, all of life choices. And so yeah, I think this one sounds like hopefully another emotional invested character. So I am excited. This one is a little bit shorter than others, so we'll see to this one as another option. I think this one sounds fun for the summer. Yeah, so that is all of the pile of possibilities, my TBR for June. Let me know down in the comments below what you are planning to read for the month of June, or if you think I should prioritize one book over another, please let me know. If you're interested in a book that I have to offer. Let's do some kind of plant emoji. So you can do a palm frond, a potted plant, a flower, something like that for June. And you know, getting to be halfway through the year already, which is very crazy sounding and very exciting. Hopefully the month of June is a great reading month for you. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you have not already, so you see more of my videos as they come out. Thanks for watching. Bye.